control over the course of a season. 3.56 ERA, 1.53 walks and hits per innings pitched, but he has got 30 strikeouts, which is top of Class 7A 16.
If you've noticed, every pitch he's thrown warming up so far, until that one, has been in the dirt, which could actually work in Oguzali's favor, as he is the king of the sack fly. If you got to pitch low, you want that kind of golf swing. Try and propel you.
And the righty-righty matchup going to work very well for Belen Jesuit, as every hitter through the remainder of the lineup until we get back to Xavier Edwards in the 2 spot the next time round is a righty.
So North Broward once again in trouble. Coming up here. Thought they got a break? Denied. Let's see how Oguzali deals with this. Once again, runners on first and second, no outs. Here's the pitch. High, ball one. Can you really even calculate a final stat line for Christian Winch?
Of course I can. 0+ innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk. Simple as that.
Well, there you go. Here's a pitch. Fires it in for a strike. That is a laser.
The ball explodes off of the hand of Torres in a way that we haven't seen from either pitcher, from either team's pitcher so far tonight. It's going to be a challenge for Oguzali to adjust this quickly.
Another laser, this time outside. Did you know that laser is actually an acronym?
I did know that, but I forget what it was for.
I can't remember what it is.
I'm guessing the first word is light.
It's like light-assisted something. I'm not sure. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. You're not going to be able to keep up with Torres with little swings like that.
Oguzali has to start his swing sooner. That's the only thing he can do, and hope that Torres delivers him a fastball.
2-2 now. Very difficult to deal with velocity as a hitter like this. Tries the off speed, looks at it, 3-2. Oguzali expecting off speed. He got exactly what he wanted.
Massive pitch right now. And you have to imagine Torres will go back to the fastball. He doesn't want to load the bases.
Massive pitch, not only for this at-bat, but for the game as well. Looking to derail North Broward's momentum. Here it comes. Fouled off.
And Oguzali was right on that one. When you foul it right back to the screen, Sam, that means that you are not far away from it.
Oguzali is staying alive. Full count now. Runners on first and second, so one runner in scoring position. I don't want to get too cocky, but one long ball could tie this up. Another one back into the backstop.
Veteran at bat from the senior Oguzali, waiting out Torres until the underclassman delivers ball 4. That's the plan, at least.
Chris, as I said, one long ball could tie it up, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, especially as North Broward is traditionally a small ball team.
Oguzali yet to hit a home run on the season.
And he walks the bases loaded. Here comes Chase McBean. Well, here comes McBean. Stepping into the box. The bases are loaded now with no outs. For the new pitcher, Alejandro Torres, North Broward suddenly in this. Low, ball 1.
And if nothing else, Coach Campbell has to like the resilience of this North Broward team. It was 3-0 and seemingly out of it were the Eagles. Now all of a sudden they're in a position where they could tie or win this one.
Resilience has been the name of the game for North Broward all night long, whether it be Nick O'Brien, Blake Houston, or now this turn up to bat. North Broward has been sticking with it when it seemed bleak. And really the score should be much more than 3-0. Outside, 2-1. This hometown crowd starting to come alive.
Wasn't the biggest of games in terms of attendance, but a very active and engaged crowd, I would say.
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. Low, 3-1. Catcher's going to go out and have a chat.
McBean has to expect that he can have something now that he can drive. Torres is not going to want to walk home a run. That would be demoralizing to his momentum and to the momentum of the Wolverines. So you can expect that McBean's going to get something right down the middle that he can groove, but can he do something with it?
I'm wondering if that was the right sound effect to play now that the bleachers are rattling.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit. Doesn't make my job any easier. 3-1 now to McBean. Bases loaded, no outs. And here comes the 3-1. Strike on the outside corner. Full count now. Controversial from both sides. Both sides thinking it should have gone their way.
And that outside part of the plate to righties hasn't been there for most of the day, but Torres gets the call there.
So here's the full count. Inside, walks home a run. North Broward is in it. 3-1 is your score.
And how many times have we said that this season? Chase McBean, with runners on base, delivers a key at bat. He has been the leader for North Broward with 12 RBIs so far in the year. He doesn't get the RBI for walking home a run, but he gets a fantastic at bat. North Broward gets a run, and all of a sudden the tying run's on second base, Sam.
And the bases are loaded with no outs. The name of the game, like the name of this song, why I chose it, it ain't over till we say so.
Bottom third of the order, though, coming up for North Broward. 7, 8, 9, Kennard, Houston, and Snyder. We'll see if Coach Brian Campbell goes with those three or if he opts to make a change.
Not necessarily an awful thing. Kennard batting .333 as he steps up to bat now.
And there will
be
a change. Excuse me, sorry, Sam. On deck instead of Blake Houston is Zeke Peretz.
Who's batting .250 with 1 RBI on the year, so not the worst choice. Indeed, probably a good strategic move. So Kennard is at bat now. Looks at the first strike. Bases loaded. No outs. North Broward's only down by 2 now. This game suddenly got a whole lot more exciting.
In very, very short amount of time.
I don't think there was any way he went around with that, but the umpire said.
Well, we're in absolutely the worst possible vantage point to see whether or not he went. You want to be right down that first base line. We are, in fact, directly behind Kennard.
But it's only 2 now to Kennard. And here comes Torres. Ball low, 1-2. As long as Torres keeps missing the strike zone, North will stay in it.
At some point, though, you have to imagine that they're going to have to put the ball in play and get a hit.
Here's the pitch. The breaking ball floated in for strike 3. And here comes Zeke Peretz. Umpire making a change in his book.
And you have to wonder how that's going to shift fielding around should we go into extra innings and North Broward's able to tie it.
Well, I think North Broward's looking short-term right now.
Without a doubt,
You can worry about that once we get to extra innings, but we're not in extra innings quite yet. High, ball 1.
In fact, far from it. It was just something to think about.
Dusty Snyder still on deck. Here's a pitch. Inside for strike 1. Takes his first strike. Not a bad idea. If you're Parrots, you want to be adjusting to this kind of speed.
It's not something that you see every day at the high school level, this kind of velocity.
Have to imagine he's hitting at least a low 90s. The breaking ball is in there, though, 1-2. Torres suddenly starting to bust out the breaking ball. That's causing some issues.
That totally fooled Zeke Peretz.
Well, it's 1-2 with one out and the bases loaded. That one's a ball. 2-2 now.
That looked to be right about the same spot, Sam.
Well, I'm not questioning it, because I work for North Broward. Not going to bite the hand that feeds, Ben.
Fair enough.
High, full count now. One out, bases loaded.
Big pitch, Sam. Very big pitch.
Very, very big pitch coming up.
Parrots can't be looking for a walk here. He has to be looking for something to put in play.
Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4. 3-2 now. And here comes Dusty Snyder.
Number 4, Dusty Snyder.
This is the second visit, which I believe means the pitcher is about to be taken out.
And somebody's jogging out of the dugout. Looks like that's number 28. That's Alec Arizarieta. Arizarieta, my apologies. Another pitcher, this time a junior. But I don't know if there's any way that we're going away from Brainwash Sports Twitch TV this late in the game.
No, absolutely not. We're going to stick with this. Although you talk for a moment, I got to figure out how to pronounce this last name for the folks here.
All right, well, we'll give you a brief synopsis of how we got here. In the third inning, Belen Jesuit got us started on the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new pitcher. Taking them out for the Wolverines is number 28, Alec Arizarieta.
When Humberto Torres hit a base hit into left center field that Ty Marsh just overran, causing a runner to score. So that made it 1-0. Then in the fifth inning, a couple walks, a hit by pitch, and a couple of productive outs gave the Wolverines 2 more runs. That made it 3-0. But here in the bottom of the 7th, a double, 4 walks, and a strikeout have all had a confluence of events to make it 3-2 with 1 out and the bases loaded. Dusty Snyder will be up next. He's 1 for 2. And then Ty Marsh.
Now, I like to talk a lot about momentum. Baseball's a very momentum-based game. North Broward feeling it, getting hot. And now a brand new pitcher that they haven't seen yet. How is this going to affect North Broward coming into this and their comeback that they're currently mounting?
Well, not much, because it doesn't seem as though there's a whole lot different from Arizarieta than there was from Torres. Over the top, you're going to have velocity coming at you from the right-handed pitcher. So it's just going to be whether or not Arizarieta can find the plate.
Well, there's only one way to tell, and it's coming up right now as Snyder steps into the box. Once again, the score is 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. We only play 7 here in high school baseball, so this is essentially the bottom of the 9th for you unfamiliar.
And for you familiar.
All around. Snyder looks at the first pitch strike. He took a step back. He pretty much knew he was taking that first pitch.
And that was just to get a sense of just how fast that velocity is coming in. It looks completely different when you're standing in the batter's box than in the on-deck circle.
Here's a pitch. And he makes contact. That one's going back into right field. Caught, but a run's going to come home. A bullet back to the catcher. Is he safe? It's out! Oh, my goodness! A double play ends the night for North Broward. A controversial call. A tag where there may or may not have been. That's going to end the night.
What resilience shown by North Broward Prep. An unfortunate ending as Dylan Ogozeli could not get in time. But
my goodness.
Fantastic comeback put by North Broward Prep. They got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Wasn't enough as the Wolverines are able to hold on. North Broward drops to 5-8 on the year. But a fantastic game put on by these two teams.
An incredible close contest. Unfortunately, your North Broward Eagles fall to the Belen Jesuit Wolverines 3-2. My name is Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles alongside Ben Curtis. Thank you very much for sticking